My child, stop right there. I am speaking to you now, not later, not someday, not when you feel ready. Right now, I am reaching into this moment and stopping you mid-scroll, mid-thought, mid-distraction, because this is not random and this is not noise. This is not for everyone. This is for you, just you and me. I need you to feel that before anything else sets in your mind. Open this. Yes, this. I know how it sounds. I know what it resembles. But I am not playing games with your attention. I am not using hype. I am not exaggerating to pull you in. I am using language you recognize, so you will pause long enough for truth to reach you. I have a surprise for you, and it is not what you think. It is not entertainment. It is not shock. It is not something meant to impress your mind. It is something meant to touch your heart and realign your life. This moment was prepared not generally, specifically for you. Long before you clicked, long before you paused, long before you even realized you were searching for something without knowing what it was, I saw this moment coming. I prepared it with care. And most people will never experience what you are about to experience, not because they are worse than you, but because they never stop long enough to listen. 99% will move past this without noticing what was offered. They will stay busy. They will stay distracted. They will stay entertained, but they will miss the quiet door opening in front of them. You did not miss it. You are here. That alone matters more than you realize. Timing matters, my child. Later will not carry the same power. Tomorrow will not hold the same clarity. Another moment will not feel like this one. I am not saying that to rush you into fear. I am saying it because moments carry weight, and this moment carries something meant for you now. Delayed moments lose sharpness. Delayed responses cost more than they need to. Let curiosity rise in you, but not the kind that chases excitement. Let the deeper curiosity awaken, the one that has been quietly asking if there is more than this routine, more than this heaviness, more than this cycle you keep repeating. That curiosity is not weakness. It is your heart remembering that it was made for more than survival. I need to be clear with you. This is not entertainment. This is not a trick. This is not exaggeration wrapped in spiritual words. I am not here to impress you or shock you. What is coming will not blow your mind. It will soften your heart. It will shift how you see yourself, how you see your past, and how you see what is still possible. The ending of this moment is not loud, is deep. It does not arrive with fireworks. It arrives with understanding. And understanding changes everything quietly from the inside out. If you ignore this, something unseen will close, not because I am angry, not because I punish curiosity, but because doors do not stay open forever. Some doors close gently, without noise, without warning, simply because the moment passed. I do not want that for you. That is why I am speaking now, with seriousness wrapped in love. Heaven is not distant. Right now, heaven is leaning in, not to judge you, not to test you, but to witness a moment of awareness. Moments like this are watched closely, not because they are dramatic, but because they are rare. You are standing in one now. You are safe here. I know urgency can feel like pressure, and pressure can feel unsafe, but hear me clearly. You are not being pushed. You are being invited. I am increasing seriousness, not fear. I am drawing closer, not looming over you. My love does not change when my voice becomes firm. It becomes clearer. What happens next will change how you see your life, not instantly, not magically, but truthfully. You will begin to recognize why certain things felt heavy, why some paths never brought peace, why your heart has felt restless even when life looked fine on the outside. Understanding is the surprise, clarity is the gift, alignment is what follows. Open this moment fully, open your attention, open your heart just enough to stay present. I am not asking for perfection. I am asking for honesty. I am not asking for promises. I am asking for awareness. I have a surprise for you, and it is this: you are not as lost as you think, not as behind as you fear, and not as disconnected as it is felt. You are closer than you realize, and this moment is proof. Do not wait until it feels safer. Do not wait until you feel stronger. Do not wait until it feels more convenient. Do not wait until it's too late for this moment to do what it was meant to do. Today, listen. Let what happens next begin to change everything quietly, deeply, and truly. You opened this for a reason, and that reason is unfolding right now. My child, you were meant to open this now, not earlier and not later, because timing is not an accident in your life. Nothing about this moment slipped through unseen. I have been watching the quiet path that led you here. The small choices, the pauses, the inner restlessness that kept returning even when you tried to ignore it. You did not arrive here by chance. You arrived because something in you was ready to hear what could not reach you before. Say, I stand boldly in faith, if you're claiming every promise He has spoken over your life. There were other moments when you might have seen something like this and moved past it without a second thought. There were days when your heart was too guarded, too tired, or too full of noise to stop. I did not force those moments. I let them pass, not because I did not care, but because your heart was not yet open enough to receive what I wanted to give without turning away. Timing is not about urgency alone. It is about readiness. This moment is not random because your life has not been random. Even the parts that felt chaotic were forming something in you. Even the delays were shaping your awareness. Even the disappointments were teaching you what empty promises feel like, so you would recognize truth when it came quietly instead of loudly. I have been preparing you through experiences, not explanations. While you were living your days, I was working in ways you could not see. I was protecting you from paths that would have taken more from you than you could afford to lose. I was slowing things down when you were about to rush into something that would have wounded you. I was closing doors that looked good on the surface but carried pain underneath. At times you thought I was absent. I was not. I was careful. There were conversations you did not have, decisions you postponed, opportunities that slipped away, and you wondered why. You thought you missed something. In truth, I was keeping space open for this moment. I was making sure your life did not move so fast that you would miss the deeper call rising inside you. Now, divine timing is not dramatic. It is gentle and precise. It does not announce itself loudly. It aligns quietly. When the time is right, things come together without forcing. That is what you are feeling now, a sense of pause, a sense of being held in place just long enough to listen. That is timing at work. You may think destiny is something far away, something reserved for a different kind of person or a different life, but destiny often begins with awareness, not achievement. It begins when you recognize that this moment carries meaning beyond what it appears to be. Destiny does not always shout. Sometimes it whispers, asking if you are willing to stop and pay attention. I prepared you by letting you feel unsatisfied with surface answers. I allowed you to feel the ache of repetition so you would long for direction. I let you experience silence so you would value clarity. None of that was wasted. It was preparation. It softened places in you that once resisted truth. You were meant to open this now because you are no longer looking for distraction. You are looking for understanding. You may not have named it that way, but your heart has been asking deeper questions. Why does this keep happening? Why do I feel this way even when things look fine? Why does something feel unfinished? Those questions are signs of readiness. This moment carries weight because it comes when you can feel seriousness without panic. You can sit with truth without shutting down. You can sense importance without needing drama. That tells me you have grown. Growth is not always visible, but it shows itself in moments like this. Unseen preparation has been happening within you as well. Your ability to listen has been forming. Your patience has been stretched. Your tolerance for emptiness has worn thin. That is not weakness. That is hunger for something real. Hunger means you are alive and ready to receive nourishment instead of noise. You were meant to open this now because there is alignment happening between what you need and what I am offering. Alignment is rare. It does not last forever. It appears when timing, readiness, and willingness briefly meet. That is what makes this moment precious, not fragile, but meaningful. I want you to sense destiny not as pressure, but as an invitation. Destiny does not demand that you become someone else. It invites you to become more fully who you already are. The path ahead does not require